We're going to use the law of sines to solve this triangle, and I tried to draw a 110 degree. This is A, right? And here's A over here. And then let's see, I guess what looks most likely. I suppose this could be B over here, and it opens up on 100. A is equal to 125. And angle A is equal to 110 degrees. So, if we wanted to find angle B, we'd put the sine on top. It's our choice which we'd like to do. So we're going to say sine of A over A is equal to sine of B over B. So that's going to look like, let's see, sine of A is sine of 110. Over A, which is 125, and that proportion will hold up over here. The sine of B that I don't know over B that I do know, 100. So that's going to be 100 times the sine of 110 is equal to 125 times the sine of B. I'm going to divide both sides by 125. And when I do this, I'm going to make sure that my calculator is in degree mode. So let's see, I say 100 and 110. I take the sine of that and I multiply by 100. And then I divide by 125. And I get the sine of B is equal to 0.7518, I'll say. I rounded it off there. And then I say, okay, what angle gives me that? It's arc sine time, because I want the angle. And it turns out that B is equal to 48 degrees. 48 point, we'll say 74. We'll give 2 decimal places. So my angle is 48. How much is left? You might want to know. So we will say C is equal to 180 minus 110 minus 48.74 degrees. And when we do that, let me add 110 to what I got, and I'll subtract that from 180. I find out that C is equal to 21.26 degrees. Okay, and so if I know C, the angle C, then I can go back to sine A. We'll say sine A over, oh well, let me just say what it is. The sine of 110 degrees over 125 is equal to the sine of 21. I suppose I could have flipped it this time, but it's okay. Over C, and C being right here. Okay, so we have C. I meant to say C. Oh well. C times the sine of 110 is equal to 125 times the sine of 21.26. We cross multiply. We're going to divide by the sine of 110. And we're going to get C is equal to, let me go ahead and do this on my calculator. I've already got my sine, I've already got my angle in there, so I just take the sine of that angle, and I'm multiplying that times 125, and I'm dividing by the sine of 110, which looks like 48.29. And we say, boy, that sounds like a big number. Are you sure about that? Does this make sense on this triangle? 48.29, and B is 100, and I didn't draw it very well. I admit that. But at least they're all across from the angles that make sense. Like if this angle right here is 21.26, it would have the smallest opening, 48.29, as a side opening up on that side. And A has the biggest angle, opening up on 125. B is in between, so it opens up. It opens up on the in-between side, 100. That much seems reasonable, so we'll take it. This being our side here. Now, I guess it's important that we use degree because it's hard to tell the difference between a capital C and a small c. The B, that's easier. The A, that's easier. But the C is a little trickier. I can't tell on my writing.